I actually forgot to do saving and loading, and then after I realized I forgot, I really, really wanted to code it, but I couldn't make a video at the time, so I'll just try and talk over what I did, and hopefully it makes sense for anyone that's watching and that is trying to learn from this. So the first point is to save the data. You make an alias essentially. You add the existing function into a variable, and then you overwrite the function with what you want to do, but then you call the function that you saved. So this sounds a bit wordy, but essentially you're just saying take what already exists, run what already exists, and then do what I want it to do. So here it says contents equals make save contents. So this is what used to be in this make save contents function. We say just run all of that same code again because that's completely fine. That's what we want. And then afterwards, we will append to this contents object magic chest data, which is just the stuff we've got at the top. All this stuff. So we are simply getting all the different chest data and the item data, and then we are telling it to save that at the same time as it saves all the other game data. And then for load, do the same thing here where we grab the extract function and then we overwrite it, and then we run the original load, and then we say if there is magic chest data, it's just a little bit of validation, if that exists, then we will just dump that into magic chest data. And then assign items to magic chest data. We will go through each of the items and then actually add the real game item. So I had an issue here when I first wrote this code. There was a problem where I was saving direct objects into this into this data. So whatever it was that I was adding items to this, I was just saying add the item, and then in the code later on we can do things like if this object is the same as that object, do some code. But what I found was anytime I closed the game and opened it again and I tried to load the contents, the objects weren't exactly the same anymore because I had saved, say it was the iron sword. I had saved the iron sword from the last game or the last time I opened the game, and when I close the game and open the game again, that iron sword is a different object. It's no longer the same one from the last game. So it sounds weird, but I think that's just how it works. It's not the exact same object anymore. So the way around that is to not just save the item anymore. I save the data class, which is item, weapon, or armor, this here, and then I save the ID. So I don't have to rely on the item when I save and load. I rely on the data class and the item ID. So if I know this is a weapon and it's the ID 3, then it's the third weapon in the database. So this way, you can simply loop through all the items. You get the data class. Oh, a little console log sneak through. Yeah, you get the data class, and then you have the ID here, and then you just add the item, the weapon, or the armor with that ID. Now, I think there probably is a better way of doing this, where it says switch for data class, item, weapon, and armor. But when I was trying to use the built-in function for if this is an item, if this is a weapon, if this is armor, it didn't seem to work. No, actually, that's maybe nonsense, because this is just something we've saved ourselves. So this is fine. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, this is the way I had to change the code to get it working. We store the type of item that it is, and we store the ID of the item in this. And then once we're loading the game data, we just set the item to the object that exists in this version of the game, or in this instance of the game, I suppose. So yeah, it seems to all work just fine. I've not spotted any bugs yet, but in my own tests, I can create different inventories using different gem combinations, and it does seem to um, load up the correct item list when I try to get them. Yeah, I'm happy with the script. It's a good one. I like it. It's got some weird use cases, I guess, but I'm sure someone can come up with a cool way of using it. Yeah, puzzles or something. So yeah, that's how you save and load. And I'm sure I'll be doing this a lot in the future with other plugins that I come up with. You take a save, or you make a copy of the existing save function and the existing load function, and then you run the existing code, and then you add to it, and then return that. And yeah, that's as easy as that. This part won't be necessary for all plugins. This is just because the way I had to store items and the way you had to reload the items, I did it this way. Alright, thanks for watching. I've got some ideas for more plugins coming, so I'll probably just get stuck into those.